like they shot themselves in the foot with their racism, because there's a place here in Nashville called Jefferson Street, which kind of sounds like, I wasn't alive to see it in its heyday, but it kind of sounds like it was like a black music row. Like all the famous black artists played there, and North Nashville was this very successful, thriving black community. And the local government built an interstate through it and overpoliced the crap out of it and smothered it as much as they could, and kind of like put a huge damper on the music scene over there. And a lot of Music Row, the people on Music Row who knew about that history, didn't talk about it a whole bunch, got really uncomfortable when you did talk about it, and on top of that, were too proud to think anything like that could ever happen to them, because a lot of the higher up people on Music Row were like in with the local government people, white boy shit, you know, so it would never happen to them, right? Slowly but surely, town starts to grow. The Nashville show happens, everyone finds out about how cool it is to live in Nashville, and the local government guys start selling out Music Row. Now there's all of these apartment complexes and stuff where pub houses used to be. You start hearing people complain about the symptoms of gentrification without ever connecting the dots back to gentrification. Rents going up so high, the cost of living is too high for artists to stay here. There are no pub deals anymore, blah, 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 all these things. So Music Row got gentrified. Like, there's still some companies over there, there's still some good people over there, creating some good music, but it's not what it used to be. It's not like Music Row. And while it didn't get gentrified for its race, like Jefferson Street in North Nashville was targeted because it was predominantly a black community, this is a perfect example of how things move up the chain. You slowly start to find out that it's all about money. Race is a very important part of this conversation that we can never leave out. It's one of the things that could have saved Music Row. Talking about what happened to Jefferson Street could have prepared us for the gentrification of Music Row. We would have known what to do and how to protect ourselves and, you know, probably fairly peacefully combat that and save some of the songwriting culture that was Music Row. But we didn't, you know, we didn't do that. We thought we were too white and country to get gentrified and shit on like the black neighborhood, but you know, here we are moving up the chain of desirability in the eyes of the guys at the top. So while Music Row may have been mostly conservative and pretty racist, it was not all conservative, it was not all racist, and it already died before MAGA was really on its thing. So yeah, country music went MAGA. Country music went MAGA. Go learn about Music Row. Go learn about Music Row, because I truly believe, and this is something I talked about a lot when I was younger, made a lot of people uncomfortable. If Music Row had been more inclusive and less racist, then that culture, that songwriting culture, bring me the best song, let's make a record of hits, let's employ songwriters, maybe could have grown and been something really cool for the art and music community. It's just such a sad disappointment that, you know, racism strikes again, I guess. Yeah. Music Row died. Country music industry went MAGA. I wish you guys could meet the misfit crew that adopted